Self-satisfied humans are boring. We have to push hard and surpass ourselves, says Hayao Miyazaki. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is me Devanshi. I hope you all are fine. So today we are going to talk about Hayao Miyazaki and his work. Talking about Miyazaki's work, one can never cover all the extent and dimensions with which he has worked on each of his masterpieces. But one of the very good example of this is his work has been appreciated in the book Ikigai, which is literally about the flow state of working. And this book talks about how he has done all his work in a flow state. So through this video of mine, I give away 4 takeaways from his movies, the 4 core values which I could take away, and I literally want you guys to think that what are your core values that you are putting into your work, and I hope I add value to your lives through this video of mine. Hayao Miyazaki is co-founder of Studio Ghibli and is one of the Japan's greatest director. A true master of animation whose work has inspired and captivated audiences around the world. In nearly all his films, we see humans, technology, fantasy and nature in a state of conflict and in the end coming together. But even despite this complex storyline, majority of his audience are children, which set the base for the first core value of his work, breaking the convention. In one of the interviews, he said, "Easy to understand movies are boring. Logical storylines sacrifice creativity. I'm all about breaking conventions. Kids get it, they don't operate with logic." It is very commonly seen that life literally screams from his movies in all its space, and still there is a sense of calm and silence in his movies. This brings us to the second core principle of his work: appreciating emptiness. Robert Ebert, in his interview with Miyazaki, shares his appreciation for these moments of silence in between, where you see the characters looking up to the sky or into the stream of water. On which Miyazaki said, "We have a word for that in Japanese. It's called ma, which literally means emptiness. It's there intentionally." Miyazaki then clapped his hands 3 or 4 times and said, "The time in between my clapping is ma." If you have non-stop action with no breathing space at all, it's just busyness. But if you take a moment, then tension building in a film can grow into a wider dimension. What really matters is the underlying emotion. You never let go of those emotions. This also concludes that Miyazaki pays keen attention towards emotions of the character and how he can portray them through the details. This brings us to another core value in his work. His work appreciates empathy. In one of the incidents where his fellow colleague introduced him to new AI deep learning technology, where an animated AI generated 3D model was shown to him. The model was the portrait of a disabled man, on which he said, "Every morning I used to see a friend who is disabled, one leg's outward, so hard to walk for him. I think of him and I can't say that I like this. Whoever made it gives no thought to pain. It is very unpleasant. You can make horrible things, but I have nothing to do with it." In his movies, it is also seen that the conflict is always between human and nature, and we can see all his concepts revolve around nature. This brings to us the fourth core value of his work, that is, the Shinto value of being connected with the nature. This can be seen in his movies where his characters talk about forest spirits or sitting around Jizo statue, which means womb of the earth. Jizo is the guardian deity of the children and the traveler. A famous scene from Spirited Away depicts the arrival of the stink spirit at the bathhouse, where the protagonist Shihiro has been forced to take up the work. The guest, on oozing mass of the mud whose stench forces everyone away in disgust, plunges into a bath prepared by Shihiro, turning the water into a thick sludge. Supplying the creature with more bath water, she notices a thorn in its side. With the help of the rest of the bathhouse heaving behind her, she succeeds in pulling it out. What first resembled a thick stick turns out to be an impossible quantity of mudded objects: bicycles, oil barrels, pieces of furniture, and journal rubbish. The guest departs in its true, now purified form, a laughing dragon like revered spirit that rushes out into the night air. This scene truly depicts the current condition of water bodies due to the human intervention. In the end, I can only say that this legendary art has immense learnings to take from. Even as an adult, one must watch his eye opening masterpiece at least once in life. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please put a thumbs up if you like it, and please tell me in the comment section below what are your takeaways from this video. And thank you for watching. Stay tuned till the next video.